All right, we are live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Just give me a second here, setting up. All right. Hey, bro, man, how's it going? Hey, Dalton, Russ, Brady, IPA. Good to see you, fellas. John, what's up, Adam? How you been? All right, guys. So yeah, I've been wanting to make a hunter for a couple weeks now, maybe a couple months even. I'm not sure. You know, I've been facing down this burnout a little bit, and I figure maybe you got to do something a little bit dramatic to try and get it going again. So I was thinking maybe to go to roll the hunter, but to roll fresh slate. As you can see, I have no characters on this server. I've always heard good things about Grobbulus. I have a good amount of friends who play on Grobbulus. My man North, OG Jeff, etc., etc. And I don't know. I think it's possible that it might be good. So I'm thinking about playing here, making a new guy. You also might be scratching your head and going, "That's an Alliance character, Cargos." Well, I like Alliance a lot, and I know North Skill's on the Alliance. I'm in the Discord right now, so I could probably get an invite. And then the other thing is I'm thinking about TBC. I mean, what do you guys think? I haven't pulled the trigger here yet, but when I think of TBC, a part of me really actually wants to go Alliance for TBC, just because they say the faction imbalance is going to be even worse than Classic, right? And it'd be cool to do, you kind of want to be a little bit edgy, right? Just be honest. I'd like to play the underdog faction and not contribute to the faction imbalance. I like both factions. Here's my thing, though. I know it may seem silly, but dwarves are awesome in Classic because it's kind of like Lord of the Rings, high fantasy, D&D. But the thing about dwarves in TBC, I don't know if any of you feel the same way, but they look pretty awkward. Like, night elves kind of look the most appropriate in TBC. Like, this dude riding around on a nether drake wearing all this alien armor, he looks a little bit out of place. He belongs in Dunmorrow. So that bothers me, believe it or not. So I don't know. I know, this could be suicide, though, at the same time. I mean, it's 90% likelihood. And I'm not a big streamer by any means, but second we step foot into contested zones, it's probably Nicky Night. So the thing is, I've played Night Elf Hunter multiple times. I've never actually played Dwarf Hunter on the Alliance side all the way up. So there's so many things. I was sitting at this character creation screen for like 30 minutes before I started the stream, just looking at stuff. I was really thinking about going Horde. Part of me wants to go Horde, but then I think come TBC, we're going to run into that faction imbalance. Also, my friends that play on Grob play on Alliance. Zug does look pretty good. This is how I'd make my Orc Hunter if I made him. I always make my Orcs look the same. Just like, just like that. But let me see what you guys think right now. Agreed, Grobbulus is great. Yeah, I mean, it could be suicide, though, going into a PvP server like this as a little scrub. No characters, no support, anything like that. You streaming the entire journey? I'm not sure yet, man. No promises, man. I don't want to let you guys down. I'm just going to go day by day. Maybe it strikes a chord and I get into it. Maybe not. We'll have to see. I don't have as much time as I used to be able to just play all day, but I still have a good amount of time, and I've been feeling the itch a little bit. It never goes away. You guys know that feel. So what do you guys think, man? Dwarf, Orc? You think this is a good call going on Grobbulus? It's a US West server, so I have all these characters on Bloodsail, Scarum, Herod. This is it, man. Completely fresh slate. No characters, no help, just leveling the good old-fashioned way. I was Dwarf Hunter all of TBC. Did you sense any of that awkwardness though? The way they look in the armor. Space and dwarves just don't really go together that well. Space and the Draenei and the Night Elves, Blood Elves, even humans are kind of alright because humans in space kind of realistic. Go Night Elf instead, bro. Night Elf does look better in TBC, but at the same time, you know I can't stand the Night Elf zone. I'm on a clock when I'm in the Night Elf zones, man. I'm just itching to get out of there. It makes me uncomfortable. Night Elf Hunter. Thing is, we're getting older, boys. Like, I'm not trying to even go for the looks anymore. Like, that might have been, I know it sounds silly, but there's something also appealing about just being a fucked up looking dwarf, you know? Like, he's not the hottest stock in Azeroth. Like, he looks like an old crusty man. Kind of like that too, you know. When I think about the sexy Blood Elves and everybody in there, I just cringe so hard. I think I'm going dwarf. I like his look too. I was thinking about going either a dark iron dwarf look, you know, with the dark skin and then the black beard. But I checked it out in game. I don't know if you guys do the same thing. You look at the portrait, he looked kind of weird. Shadow meld. Bro, if you want space dwarf inspiration, look up a game called Deep Rock Galactic. I mean, it's just, to my mind, dwarves and space don't go together that well. It always feels a little bit awkward. Shadow meld? Shadow meld's sick. Hey, what's up, Beefcake? Who else we got in here? Say you always lean towards Horde. That's the thing. I mean, I get you, but how bad do you guys think the faction balance is going to be come TBC? I'm sorry I'm not playing yet, guys. This is a big decision. I don't take it lightly. Because I don't want to waste your time and just make a character that I'm just going to lose interest in. I want to give this an honest shot and see if I can actually, you know, get back into it for another trip to 60. I vote Night Elf. Grob is a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Should we straw poll it? Nah, I don't think this is a straw poll call. Straw poll call. Let me get a few last bits of feedback here before we pull the trigger. Hey, Chandro, what's up, man? He lives. So glad to see you back. Appreciate it. Good to have you here, bro. All in female dwarf. No. Never played a female character. Never. Not even one time. Not even for fun. Not even for the lulz. Never did it. Oh yes, finally the time has come for the hunter. Thing is, I was 99% sure it was going to be an orc hunter. But then I'm thinking of TBC, guys. They say the faction imbalance is going to be worse. Fuck it, let's go dwarf hunter, guys. Do I have your support, chat? Do we have the support, boys? You think this is a good call, going Grob, fresh slate, or should I just make a guy and scare him? All these decisions. I'm in. It's the worst that can happen. You know, you can always make another guy, right? Alright. Let's go Dwarf Hunter. We look kind of fucked up. We're old and gray. We're not walking into the Lion's Pride Inn and getting all the stairs. We're an old, crusty farmer now. Just like IRL. I like it. It's growing on me. Let's go. It's not going to be hardcore or anything. We're just going to chill and level. See what happens. We'll see how long we can fly under the radar. I'm in. Pretty much just going to get fucked up the second we step into a contested zone, but that's alright.
What's on your mind?
Fine, making a fool out of myself. Wouldn't be the first time. Alright. Let's turn the action bars on. Let's make sure, or the, you know, health bars, auto loot. What do we got here? We have target on and stuff. Where's target to target? Target of target. That will be fine. Alright, boys, here we go. A new journey begins. Let's see what happens. Why you rolling a new man? I'm not sure if it's gonna be my new man. I don't want to be too dramatic just yet. We'll see if it even clicks. You know. Didn't I just turn auto loot on? Please tell me I got the music jacked up. It's so low. Unacceptable. Ambience down. Music up. Help me out, chat. I want the music to be almost too loud. Alright, like right on that edge. Because at the end of the day, that might be a little bit too loud. These leveling streams are kind of just background noise, right? Kind of just ASMR. It's not actually that entertaining to watch someone level. Help people sleep. Where's sleep aid? Yo, Arcane Mage, what's up, dude? Yeah, the second property is going good. Been growing. I built some raised beds. I'll tell you the stuff that I've done so far. I built some raised bed gardens out of. I actually use cinder blocks, and before you think it's kind of ghetto, I put these nice kind of rustic caps on the top of the cinder blocks, so it looks really sick. And I mortared it together. Those motherfuckers aren't going anywhere. Like the wood raised beds is probably gonna rot after, I don't know how long did they last, 5 years. These things will probably outlast me, and they're in there and they look really nice. So I put together 3 raised beds. They're pretty big, and I got tomatoes, onions, garlic, a lot of tomatoes, lots of different, like cherry tomatoes, Romas, big boys. What else? Cucumbers, summer squash. I got some kale, some lettuce, some butterhead bib lettuce seeds growing. Yeah, carrots, all types of stuff. That's going. I converted an old pump house that had a well in it. Not on the farm, but over at this property. I converted that into a chicken coop. It looks sweet, guys. It's one of those projects that wifey, when I first started the project, she was like, "What have you done?" She just saw this candy paint red structure. I tried to make it look like a barn, with the really bright red, and then with the white accents on it. And at first it looked kind of scary when it was all red, but it looks nice now. Like I put little solar panels on it, automatic chicken door with the solar panel. I got some. I don't know if any of you guys have owned chickens before. I'm loving the process so far. Chickens are amazing. So useful to have. Like they're cool pets and they're just entertaining and stuff. But the fresh eggs every morning. I got 10 Rhode Island red pullets, which are the female hens. Pullets is what you call a hen before it's of laying age. So I got 10 Rhode Island reds from Murray McMurray Hatchery. They're growing right now. They're super cute. And in a few months they'll be making eggs. The shells will be good calcium for the garden. The manure will be good to throw in the compost, and it's pretty much like rocket fuel for your plants. I never thought I'd say it, guys, but I really love. It's quickly becoming a passion. Gardening and like chickens and all this. I'm in. I know it sounds absolutely insane to some of you. It's like such an outlandish type of thing. But I think with this pandemic and everything going on, people are starting to get into that stuff, like homesteading, being more self-reliant, and very rewarding, feels very wholesome. Loving it. Long-winded answer to your question, but the new property's going good. No lavender in the ground yet. We're still working on getting the irrigation set up. The soil up there too needs some amendments. It's too much clay, so gotta get some sand mixed in. Get friggin' a million tons of compost dumped in there. New homestead again? It's sort of near Sacramento. I would consider it a suburb of Sacramento. The people who live up there, they consider it rural. It's still like 15 minutes from a Costco, 15 minutes from a Walmart, Target, all that stuff. So if you're 15 minutes from that stuff, you're not that much out in the sticks. It's in Placer County. They have single-digit coronavirus cases up there. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, the place where I'm at right now, there's a lot of coronavirus going around. They publish all the numbers. I live in East Bay, in the Bay Area. Mad coronavirus. Hope you guys are being safe and stuff. Some of you might have had it already and gotten it out of the way. Hey Marcos, what's up, dude? I love my chickens. I have 4 of them. No way. You actually have chickens, my man? That's so cool. Yeah, I'm new to it, but I really, and I'm enjoying the process so far. They're not a lot of work. You can just order them online. Backyard chickens. I'm not crazy, guys. Look it up. It's like a kind of a movement. Even if you live in suburban or maybe even urban, you can have a few chickens, and then every morning, most days, they'll lay an egg for you. And it's eggs. One's in the chat if you love eggs, man. I love eggs. Even when I was like going really hard with bodybuilding or whatever back during college. Eggs are no joke. Like, you eat a bazillion eggs. Eggs was the secret strat, because eggs will make you feel full and gives you that feeling like you ate some hot protein, and kind of cheap, and just make a big ass omelet and put hot sauce on it. And eggs, man, think about when it comes to think about actually, if you had to right now, farming up your own protein, right? It's not a clean process, and you lose your appetite thinking about it. Probably the easiest thing that I would probably do would be chickens and rabbits and stuff, but culling an animal, skinning it, defeathering it, whatever, cleaning out all the organs and all that shit, making sure you don't puncture anything, preparing it, cooking it, it takes a lot of time. It can be unsanitary. You can turn your stomach if you're not careful, you don't know what you're doing. An egg is the most beautiful thing ever. You just get an amazing egg every morning, and you get amazing nutrients, protein. So it's like the cleanest way to raise your own protein, eggs. Hey, what's up, guys? Froze Lad, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Big man then already hooking it up. Thanks, fellas. Worked chicken houses as a teenager. Hard work, good money. That's what's up, dude. Got your hands dirty. Alright, well, I am just getting distracted, but let's go turn this in. Are you gonna raise any meat birds? So the plan is, like, Rhode Island Reds are a very successful breed. They're actually the national bird of, the state bird of Rhode Island. Go figure. They have, like, statues up for it. Very successful breed of birds, and they're dual purpose. So they're really good layers. They lay extra large brown eggs. They lay between, I think the estimates are between 250 and 310 eggs per year per hen. It's pretty insane, man. It's a lot of eggs. But they're also dual purpose, so they're good meat birds. So the plan was to, raise them as pullets, and they start laying 5-6 months. You get eggs for, 3-4 years, maybe more than that. And then once the laying starts to, the laying productivity starts to wean off, then you would cull them for meat. But I'd be lying to say they're not growing on me. They're pretty cute, man, and
safe travels. See you soon.
I don't know if I could do it.
I've the finest wires in the land. Keep your feet on the ground. What's on your...
Actually, there's one of them was kind of a chicken bully, though. You never heard of this pecking order? They kind of have a...
what can I do for you?
They kind of have a pecking order where, like, one is, like, the big Chad rooster, and they're... Not rooster, but hen, and they, like, boss the other ones around. There's one who's kind of bossy. I wouldn't mind eating her.
Well met.
She's, like, pecking everybody else in the face. I could turn her into some tendies. Let me see. Alright. Trogs, ammo. Yo, Dov, thank you for the Twitch Prime, bro. I've been eating 6 whole eggs a day for the better part of a year, not homegrown. It's sad that people are disinfoed into being afraid of them. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, wasn't there all this info saying that they cause high cholesterol? But that's the weird thing, right? I mean, there's some people that probably know about this stuff in any given portion of the chat where... You know how they say, eggs have a lot of cholesterol in them. So if you eat a lot of eggs, you would think your cholesterol is going to go way up. And that may be in part true. But the way your body works, it's like, if you exercise a lot, you get healthier. Like, you strain your body and it gets healthier. If you eat a lot of fat, for example, like, you'll have lower fat levels. It works in that strange way. So if you eat a lot of eggs, and the yolks were the main concern, that apparently your good cholesterol will actually be in really good shape, even though you're eating a ton of cholesterol. Someone will answer it in a smarter way than that, but I think the egg propaganda has died down. Love me some eggs. So good to see you back streaming, man. I know you don't consider yourself a big streamer, but you're my favorite, hands down. I appreciate it, dude. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Happy you secured 10 acres in Cali. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's kind of a dream. Like, I was hoping, like I said, I'm turning 30 in December, and I was thinking to myself, this year I gotta live, dude. I gotta make it count. So So far, it's been an eventful year, to say the least. And getting the homestead secured, some place that has, you know, limitless potential, was a big deal for me. It makes me feel, all right, I'm doing something with my life. And like I said before, I'd like to make content tracking that whole journey. You know, clueless millennial buys 10-acre farm and slowly builds it into something. How many girls you dated? Not many. I had my fuckboy period in college, and I look back on that and kind of cringe. You know, we're in Armani and all that type of stuff. But you grow out of it. Like, everybody has those phases of their life to look back on and kind of cringe at. I like who I am today. One's in the chat if you like who you are today. I do. That's the nice thing. I mean, it's kind of a cliche. I feel like it's like some BuzzFeed shit, but they say, you know, when you get to your late 20s or when you turn 30, you feel more settled in who you are. Like, you feel more confident in who you are. Like, you like who you are. You know what you want. How many deaths, disabilities could be avoided? How much money could we save if people exercise more? Big true. Big true. 2, Arcane Mage with the realness. Don't like who you are today. That's real. Do you have other tunes on Grobbulus? Nah, this is 100% fresh, my man. No, but that's just how I like it. You know, you kind of create your own fresh. We'll see what happens. This is a chill leveling stream now, but I promise you guys, we might have to turn the stream off at some point. It might get so bad. Like, if we go into the contested zones, 60 undead rogue, just waiting. Telling you. That's why I never did this before, because if you're actually to level this guy, like, you know, the somewhat efficient way, you just cruise through the dungeons until you get the 60 right, and then try and get into a position where you can defend yourself. But we'll see what happens, man. There's a small chance it won't be too bad. You ever get bored of Classic? All the time. Yeah. The hype always comes and goes, but like I said, one thing I'm actually, one of the few things I'm proud of myself over is throughout my WoW career, and this is Scout's honor. I know you guys have friends who say, oh, I'm quitting Classic, I'm done with Classic, or I'm not with Classic, or just World of Warcraft in general. I just always knew myself well enough that I'm never gonna scratch the itch fully, and why commit to saying, like, I'm never gonna play it again? Like, I never said I quit Classic or quit WoW. Like, it's always just taking a break, you know. I already know that itch is gonna come back at some point. I am also experiencing a burnout with Classic right now on Skyrim. You streaming this content again is kind of helping me get back into it. I feel you, bro. You horde on Skyrim? Should come roll on this man crick, man. I just went to total fresh and just hit 12. Good to see you back in. That's cool, man. That's good stuff. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. I'm hoping I can finesse an invite from North's Guild. He has a guild here with OG Jeff and some, you know, some of the people from the private server scene. All right, Burly Rockjaw Trogs. Kill a few more of these. I have severe burnout right now. Started playing retail. Hate to say it, but I'm having fun. Yeah, I mean, I can't deny that there's some fun aspects of retail. You know, some fun aspects of retail for sure. It just ultimately comes down to, for me, it just doesn't look cool anymore visually. The aesthetic of it. It's hard to get into it because you're gonna see the little Volpera Death Knights running around and stuff, and the community. If you go to a BlizzCon, I went to my first BlizzCon last year. The retail community is just different. You don't share a lot in common. Plus, you know, we've come this far, you know, shilling for Classic and making stuff for Classic. Yeah, it's not even on my radar, the Shadowlands. Hey, peace out, Arcane. I went too hard on Classic launch. I was 7 hours behind Joker D, and I think I burnt myself out. Oh, damn. Yeah, I could see that. For hardcore, would you say start out with Hunter, or just play what I feel like? There's no rush, man. Play whatever you feel like for hardcore. Drive around in a pickup truck, meet 18-wheelers at huge 10,000 chicken houses. Then you get to pick up all 10,000 by the feet and put them into cages. Oh, man. Burly. Where's Burly's at? Rockjaw. What made you want to start on an RPPVP server? I don't know. There's not too much thought that went into it. I always heard that Grobbulus was a great server. People have a good time here. I already got a taste of RP servers on Blood Cell and really enjoyed it. People are mad cool on Blood Cell. Just wanted to start fresh on the server with no other characters, no other assistants or anything. I hear good things about this place. Anybody play here on their main? You catch the bug again yesterday? A little bit. We're taking it slow. Oh, snap, bro. I'm one of North's officers. Oh, cool, dude. Grob is great. Been here since the beginning. That's what's up, man. So, did Grobbulus get affected by transfers at some point? I know a lot of servers were awesome. This is what I hear. They were great, and then a bunch of random people from other servers transferred there and kind of, you know, threw off equilibrium. How's Grob right now? Is this an EU server? No, this is a NA server, West. Jesus Christ, dude, I haven't had such a hard time finding a burly Rockjaw Tron. No, requesting to you right now. I'm just not playing too efficiently right now, just hanging out with you guys. It did a little, but the RP is still alive. Nice. What's the faction balance on this server? From RP servers generally have the opposite problem as usual PvP servers. For those of you that didn't know, you know, most servers have a 60-40 Horde to Alliance ratio imbalance or whatever. RP servers have the opposite issue usually. They have more Alliance than Horde. So I'm gonna guess 60-40 Alliance. Hey Smocklock, thank you very much for the $5, dude. You plan on speed leveling your hunter or enjoy the leveling process? Definitely just gonna enjoy it. Take it slow. I mean, the function this game right now is serving in my life right now is just to chill with you guys, get a little socialization. Ooh, small black pouch. Can we get some blessed run in the chat? But it's kind of just relaxing for me. Like I've said it for many years now. Like playing classic and just leveling is very therapeutic for me. Like the leveling process is very important to me, and I've said it on GMAs before. I'm a broken record.
Speed leveling your hunter or enjoy the leveling process. Good to see the hunter stream back.
But the number one thing I'd have to say that made me demotivated to play, I know it seems insane, and I'm a broken record. I will continue to be a broken record. It's just
how are you?
The devaluing of the leveling, you know.
See you soon.
Just with the multi-boxing and the power leveling, it just doesn't mean too much to level, and there's not really a lot of it. You can't really find a reason that you would want to level the old-fashioned way, other than just wanting to enjoy yourself, which is fine. But there's no line of play that where it's like efficient to do so anymore. And even when I was in here before, right before I started the stream, I was in here just setting up the UI, and I saw a couple multi-boxer swarms go by me, and I was like, gonna level a hunter after ranking as well. Super hype. Gonna do it casually as well. That's what's up. Did you ever finish leveling your druid? No, I was on him the other day too, just trying him out. He's still balanced, and leveling his balance, I wish it was better. You can do it, but you need a lot of water, and it's compared to just feral, it's
What can I do
kind of
for
rough.
you? Watch your back.
He's 49, almost 50, the druid.
Hi, how are you?
What's on your mind? Be good.
Alright. Probably should hit 4 maybe before coming in here. That'll be alright.
Hello.
Yeah, the boosting thing is pretty frustrating too. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the biggest draws for me when it comes to World of Warcraft in general. Any iteration of it. Just getting juicy XP, you know? Like, getting that purple stuff. Logging in and feeling motivated to get a few levels in, you know? And that carrot on a stick, the carrot on a stick that leveling presents is my favorite carrot on a stick. More so than gear or whatever. I really enjoy that carrot on a stick value loop, whatever you want to call it. And that carrot on a stick kind of just got thrown in the trash, you know? So, you know, cool things like dual leveling, right? Was anybody watching the channel when we were doing dual leveling stuff? How fun that was? Coming up with different class combos that work really well. And, you know, optimizing the specs so that you complement your partner and leveling the whole way up to it. It's not to say that you can't still do it, right? But it definitely does change something when it becomes purely like a meme, like a less than efficient thing to do, you know? I don't know.
How are you?
There's really no way to prevent it. I don't know. I'm not blaming anybody. It is what it is. Like that's no longer a thing, you know? Use Pally Lock? That's cool, man. You know how much I shield for the Pally Lock. Pally Lock is great.
Here there. Be good.
That was fun, man. Hitting the lab, as Navik now would say. Hitting the lab and coming up with new strats for dual leveling. Now it's all, you know, one pull this, one pull that, multi-box this, multi-box that. Shaman and warrior dual leveling? Oh yeah. Absolutely. The shared weapon progression, getting that Wind Fury totem. Good amount of people in here today, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's crazy, man. You don't stream for a month or two and you still get a couple hundred people watching. I appreciate every one of you watching right now. You guys are real ones. Staying subbed, staying followed. Alright, gotta kill some Cragboars, we need our Felix stuff. Could you give me any class to level for fun? Alright. You know, I could default with the generic answer and say all the classes are fun, right? But let's try that. I'm gonna try to answer this. Most fun class to level. Personally, based on the way that the specs operate and stuff, what do you guys think? Based on your own sensibilities, number 1, 2, and 3 or something. I'll tell you where the least fun class for me, personally, to level, is Priest. Not to say there's anything wrong with the Priest class. Priests are fine. It's still fun to level. It's just the least fun playstyle for me all the way up. Most fun? Probably Pally AoE leveling. Were you guys there for the Pally streams? Pally AoE leveling? It might be the most fun way to level. I really... The thing is, though, with no gear help, it'd be a little rougher. You know, I had a pretty juicy run up. Like, I had Skull Flame at 50 something, you know. But with a little bit of gear, Pally leveling, AoE leveling is so fun. Not the single target, but even 1 to 30 with Paladin was fun too, man. I enjoyed the whole Paladin way up. You know, the ret playstyle in the early levels was dope, and then it kind of just naturally flowed into the AoE leveling. That was one of the most fun times I had in WoW, leveling that dude, that pally. #1 Druid, huh? That's your most fun? That's cool. Yeah, I gotta say Druids are fun too. They really are. Another class, probably #2. It's funny how Hunter's not even #2 for me. #2. #2 most fun leveling class or playstyle. Dude, it might be it might be Warrior. Nah, is that insane? All I know is I was having so much fun with that dual wield leveling on that Troll Warrior, and we were like overpower swapping to the two-hander, and not hardcore though. If you were just leveling normally as a warrior, that may seem sick, but I was having the time of my life dual wielding. It's always nice. The classes that are really fun to level are the ones where you can look forward to weapons. Right, you're looking down the line, you're saying, "Oh man, what weapons can I get at 35, at 36?" And there's something shiny you can look at. Hey, Scorpion, what's up, man? Nah, the Druid is still, he's still 49.
Your streams dueling tournaments hardcore were something I was so often looking forward to when I was working on my thesis and could not play Classic myself. Would be nice to see more HC leveling.
Yo, Luca, thank you very much for the $5, bro. That's very nice of you to say. Yeah, the hardcore stuff was really fun. You know, here are my thoughts on the hardcore. Thanks again, man. I hope you got your thesis done, and congratulations if you did. That's a huge accomplishment. Yeah, and maybe you guys can help me out with this. All right. So I genuinely don't want to waste your time, guys. And if I feel like, you know, the content that we'd be putting out would be not that interesting, my default is just not to do it. You know, I wouldn't want to do it. Like, if I don't feel like streaming, I'm gonna be bad company. I'm just not gonna turn on the stream or whatever, because it just feels bad if you're trying to. Where I'm going with this is that hardcore is awesome, man. It is really cool. It's been a great, you know, road building it out with you guys and leveling, but there is sort of a diminishing return on doing the early zones. I mean, doing the 1 to whatever over and over again, and you get into a situation where, you know, some of the top people who are some of the best levelers, there's only so many times they even want to do that. So you get in a situation where the quality kind of goes down the more and more you do it, the more and more kind of played out it feels like you've done it. And I was sensing that it was coming to that type of situation, and you know, don't want to waste your time. I mean, if it's not that, you know, we did it. We had a great run, and we did the early zones, and it was a lot of fun, and we got to see a lot of good play. But that can oftentimes be fixed by just having a cooldown, having a length of time where you don't see it. So having a couple months break may get people more interested, the casters included, in watching people speed through the early zones again. So, you know. I feel like HC gets rough once you start repeating classes. I hear ya. It was super hype at the beginning though. And I'm not gonna fake hype, you know, like, it was super hype. When we kind of discovered that format together for the first time, and we were leveling Iron Lad, and we were going through the classes and playing them hardcore for the first time, it was genuinely super fucking exciting and fun. And then there's only so many times you can watch the same dude die and reset. So, hey, Dunedin, what's up, dude? Hope we can do some more GMAs soon. I'm down. Love doing the GMAs. Love doing the GMAs, man. Good to see you, dude. Hey, what's up, Dabber? How we doing? Good to have you here. Alright. We need 3 more crack boards. So the new main, yeah, this is, I'm flirting, just flirting with the possibility of making this guy a new main on this server. We'll see what happens though, no promises. But, it might be fun, man. It might be just switching up. Might be just what I need to like get back into it and feel attached to this character and stuff again. So okay, anyway, enough of that soy boy shit. Like let me talk about some fun shit, some cool shit. Okay, with this character, there's some stuff that I want to do. I wasn't able to do on the last Dwarf Hunter that I tried. Who here is familiar with that lodge in Loch Madan? It's kind of way off on the east. I'm not trying to call him out, but even Big Brain Navik didn't even know of this lodge. I remember showing it to him for the first time. It's like a Night Elf Hunter's Lodge. It's a very, very hunter-themed area. There's ammo, there's quests, there's a green gun. It's not the most efficient thing to do in terms of XP per hour, right? Because I guess the most efficient thing to do is just to rush off the Dark Shore and stay there for 9 million levels. But it's a really cool area, and you can get a green gun super early. An awesome ammo pouch. There's a hunter trainer there, and I'm dying to go over there and do that. The other thing that I was trying to do on this hunter last time, I ended up dying at some point, is to utilize treasure finding a lot. So let me actually go ahead and throw that on. Stone form. And see how much impact this is going to give us. But I'm really excited to get over to Loch Madan and try to root that in. The Hunter's Lodge, yeah, absolutely. And there's also swoops over there, or whatever you call carrion birds. I don't know if they have I don't know if they have the ability. They may not be high enough level yet, but we'll see. We'll see. The one with the time quest, yes. And those buzzards that you have to kill, as other classes, they're pretty hard to kill because they're red. They're like red or orange to you, right? But as a hunter with concussive shot and just all your kiting potential, you should be able to kill him if you're careful. You just have to kind of kite him back into safety towards the lodge. And the timer, most of the timer quests in this game are kind of a joke, right? They give you way too much time to complete this stuff, but for some reason, those timers are actually pretty tight. Why not level on Bloodsail? Because where you have other tunes in gold? Because I'm just insane like that, man. I don't know. I crave fresh sometimes. See, that's an interesting thing about the way Classic is developed, right? So, in the private server scene, how it would usually work, the life cycle is people would play a server for a few months, and then what would happen with me personally? I would play a server for a few months. I would hit 60 and then kind of fall behind in some capacity. Once I hit 60 and I go through the pre-disc grind and all that, that's the most fun I'm having. And then from there, it's sort of a slow downward decline in interest and all that, and I start to fall behind a lot of the other people on the server. And then a new fresh would come out, and you jump on the fresh and do it all over again. So with Classic, there's been no new freshes, right? And leveling is the best part of vanilla. You're not wrong.
Shout out to the dwarf-only guilds on Grob.
Donovan, thanks for the $2. Dwarf-only guilds on Grob. That's legit. Yeah, on the on Bloodsail they had a not SI7. They had a what you call it? Defias. They had a Defias guild where everybody in there was running the Defias set, and they're all rogues or RP as rogues or whatever. How many characters do you have in total? I'm not sure, my man. A couple dozen or so. I share your sentiment on hardcore. I still am on Classic HC and stream hardcore daily. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, there are a few people that have still, through all these weeks and months, been consistent, more consistent than me, streaming hardcore. And I do think it's a really fun format to stream. And again, like I said, I wish I was better at it because I'm like a goldfish. If I talk to you guys in the chat, I'm bound to just fucking lose attention. If I were to do hardcore like for real, I would have to, you know, do it, just record it locally and play through it.
Great to meet you.
I don't know.
No. See you soon.
Are you still doing hardcore? I did it yesterday. I was leveling the dwarf rogue, and that's pretty cool that he's still hanging in there, right? Iron Darker. He 20, almost 27 on him. You know that he's slowly getting up there. He's our highest hardcore at the moment. Still hanging in there, still kicking. That might be the strat for hardcore characters though. Instead of playing him for like an extended period of time, maybe you just log in and chip away at it for a little bit. It's a couple hours here and there. Just log in while you're still kind of somewhat fresh. And you're not playing for an extended period of time making mistakes. That might be the play. It's going to take forever to level, but... Let's see. Troll Cave. Oh yeah, we need the bolts. Actually, I think I'm just remembering from the guide, you're supposed to hearth here and turn in this brew, then come back. So we can death skip. We're not doing hardcore, so we can, you know, we can death skip around. I have my hardcore hunter up to level 30, highest yet on pet 13. Oh, that's what's up, Aussie hero. Is this the Aussie hero that used the bicycle during the hardcore streams? I mean the hardcore cups. Is this the same Aussie hero?
You got my attention.
I see Cargo's leveling up a hunter ready for TBC. Yeah, that's sort of the loose plan here. We would like to talk about the rules sometimes if you're open to it and see if we can make them even better. Hey, man. Absolutely.
Well
Absolutely.
met.
I'm so glad some people are still keeping the hardcore dream alive. That's so cool. Alright. Let's turn this in, get some skills, vendor, then we'll head back to the trolls. Cargos likes them starting zones, you already know, my man.
Safe travels.
Only the highest quality starting zone content here at Cargos Gaming. Okay.
Off with you.
Bring back the mug. Hunter Trainer is outside, isn't he? Oh no, he's right there. Okay. Dude, this guy looks like a proper hunter. What is it, Alt X? It's a good looking dwarf hunter right there. Got the green tunic, the brown pants. Got the blunderbuss and all. That's what's up, that's goals. I wanna look like that.
What can I do for ya?
Monkey. I don't really need monkey. Just get Serpent's thing.
Watch your back.
Save the silver. Because we broke. Alright. How much ammo do we have? Should be enough. Cargo is an ally main. Any specific reason why? One, the ally starting zone. The ally zones are just so comfy. Two, the server I'm playing on, my friends that play on the server, like North and OG Jeff, and all them, they play Alliance on here. Three, I think I might go Alliance or TBC. It's possible. It's possible because the faction imbalance could be, you know, even worse than Classic. So it'd be cool to kind of do your part to try to not have that happen. You know, I feel like a super light responsibility is a no, that's cringe. That's cringe. But you get what I'm saying. Like, you know, if a lot of content creators were to go Alliance, maybe it could sway it a little bit more towards Alliance balance. So there's that. It's multifaceted. go back over here. Dwarf Hunter is the best hunter looks-wise. In a classic environment, they look phenomenal, I have to say. My concern is for TBC, and I just think in TBC, space and dwarves don't really mesh that well. Night Elves fit in perfectly. They look like they live in the freaking Outlands. What else fits in perfectly? On the Horde side, Orcs fit in perfectly, because they are pretty much from there, right? Orcs fit in perfectly in TBC. Taurens look a little bit awkward, but Gnomes kind of have the gadgets and gizmos and engineering vibe to them, right? So they kind of do okay in space, because you're already used to seeing them next to like rocket ships and stuff, and you know, they already have these like teleporters and stuff. Dwarves may be the most awkward turtles in TBC. Thinking about it, who else is more awkward than a dwarf? You're just like a dwarf that belongs in the mountain when you're in
What's on your
space.
mind? What can I do?
That's why I love TBC, but I prefer classic overall, because the vibe is more Lord of the Ringsy and more traditional high fantasy. Troll hunters, undead in TBC? No, that's kind of true. Undead is a little bit awkward in TBC. That's true. Dwarves are kind of more than medieval, you know. We lagging? Hold up. You guys hear me? Game? Hopefully you guys can hear me right now. I'm lagging right now. Hey, thanks, Jokeso. Yo, can you guys hear me right now? TBC is going to be a shit show at launch, especially in Hellfire Peninsula. Yeah. Alright, I started to lag there for a second. Sweet. How do you feel about the idea of Classic Plus? To me, the best, and Blizzard will never do this in a million years. There's literally no chance. There's effectively zero chance they will ever do this, so it's just never gonna happen ever. But the best vision I've ever heard for Classic Plus would be Blizzard almost taking the high road and putting the game in the community's hands and saying Classic Plus is the keys to the castle, where you can make your own servers using the classic environment that have their own little customizations to them. Like, if some people think, look, the bosses are too easy, you can buff up all the raid bosses. If some people want to have all their gear and stuff drop when you die, or make a hardcore server, you can make a hardcore server. If you want to make a leveling where you level slower, or whatever it might be. And, you know, there would be barriers to entry to creating these servers. You know, maybe you'd have to, like, crowdfund a little bit or something. It's a fantasy. It'll never happen. But, that would be the coolest thing of Classic Plus. And then if it was bad, then you just don't have to play on it, and it'll fizzle out, and you'll still always have the original, classic, vanilla servers in place. They will preserve that experience. You will always have that, or, you know, this experience right now. But you would have the ability to play on these. So it would essentially almost give the community the ability to make private servers, but official private servers, and provide those different strokes for different folks. There could be a henhouse server again, right? So there could be a server for strictly duels and PvP, because PvP is awesome and classic, people love it, but one of the pain points there is farming up all the different consumables. And, you know, if you're a warlock on henhouse and you have unlimited shards, it's super fun. You just get to duel all day and do best of whatever, but yeah, like Minecraft style servers, I don't know, I never really played Minecraft, but possibly. I don't think they'll ever do it. And it would also, for all the people hating on Blizzard, because they have lots of haters. And I have a soft spot for Blizzard just because they made all the games of my childhood. But yeah, they're kind of a train wreck right now. The culture seems like the biggest yikes. Looking at the Blizzard culture, going to BlizzCon, it's kind of got a culty vibe to it. But at the end of the day, they did create this stuff, and you know they own it or whatever. But that would be the cool. That would be the cool thing. They would put it in the community's hands. So even if you had massive problems with Blizzard, you know, you as the community can try things out and experiment it and make the game more timeless. Because if you have this open sandbox world that you can customize and make different servers, then the possibilities are limitless. It'll never happen though. Hey Scott, good to see you, man. How's your mom's? Alan21, what's going on, bro? The queue times in Classic for Horde have ruined PvP for me personally. I don't have 2 hours to wait on AV or 20-minute AB questions to play pre-made. Yeah, queuing into pre-mades is feels bad, right, if you're solo. One thing, and again, we're already in the changes realm, right? No one's gonna argue that we're not. One thing that I low-key think would be kind of cool, I've been saying it for months and months, but what do you guys think about this? Is a solo queue BG. So you would be able to rank, but there'd be like a solo queue rank or something. Maybe wouldn't need its own ranking system, but just the ability to solo queue. You know, I think there's a lot of you guys out there who are really good at video games. You're just a really good gamer, but you either don't feel like, you know, socializing with 9 other people and coming up with a schedule and ranking and performing proper pre-mades and just dealing with people shouting at you and or whatever, all the calls and communications. You just don't feel like doing that. That's not strong enough of an incentive for you to go do that and then rank with a whole pre-made. But if you could just solo queue and queue BGs, the meta would be different because you wouldn't have these big hyper-organized pre-made strats. But there would still be an element of skill, and it could feel like you were, you know, I would like it. You know, I always enjoyed being able to just solo queue ladder on Hearthstone, or solo queue Dota, solo queue any of the games, and be able to rank up, just queue and solo, and be able to get even to the highest rank, queue and solo. Classic Arena. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you did have these custom servers and Blizzard was saying, hey, look, we understand the Classic community is unhappy with us overall in a lot of ways, and we want to put the keys to the castle in your hands, you know? Like, maybe, would that be like the super high road that Blizzard could take and be like, you know, yes, we created this original Classic universe, but you guys care about it a lot, and we're gonna open source it in that sense, kind of like to you guys. So, like, we now run it, you know, and you can create any type of server you want. Arena server, leveling servers. You can make a custom server maybe for events. I mean, how would they do it though? I mean, you would probably have to pay them a lot, but maybe that's fine. I'd be fine with that. You know, what if you had to pay Blizzard $3 grand or something to set up a server? It's a lot of money, but it would stop a bazillion servers popping up. It would make it more of a thing when a server opened, and of course it would be like kind of a crowd-funded thing. You know, everybody would pitch in a little bit, and you know, maybe the $3 grand would run the server for a year. So like, you ever want to, you know, cough up $10 or something, and you get the server for a year. It'll never happen though. So, but you know, all those ideas you have, you could do. Even just making a normal server fresh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yo, what's up, French? Really good to see you, French. How you been, my man? Classic BG is just broken and boring. I kind of feel you, man. I mean, I think a lot of people feel that same way. Because PvP communities in Classic too, they're not the most friendly and welcoming. I just think a lot of people would want to PvP. A lot more people would want to PvP and take PvP more seriously. If you could rank up solo in a semi-efficient way. Not the most efficient way, but you could queue up and know everybody in that BG is solo. Have you been watching the official Warcraft Twitch streams of Classic BG tournaments? I have been. I'm really, really curious to see your guys' thoughts on that. I've been very lost in the sauce when it comes to all things classic WoW for the past weeks now. You know, AQ got announced, which is cool, and you know, they put in that war game functionality that totally shocked me. But you know, I'm just sitting there and I see this thing pop up on my feed, and it's classic WoW esports, and they had it looked pretty sweet, and you know, the way it was all laid out, it almost felt like Blizzard created some custom functionality for it. With the way all the classes were laid out on the side, it looked clean. It wasn't this chaotic kind of seizure of colors in front of you. It looked pretty streamlined. The casters, I wasn't super into. They seemed sort of non-endemic to the classic space. I think it was Venruki and some other dude I hadn't heard of, you know. But they were pulling it off, and it was pretty fun to watch. And I was sitting there just feeling kind of salty. I'm thinking to myself, why do I feel salty right now? And I'm really curious what you guys think. I think the reason why I was feeling salty is I was just feeling like, man, is this too little too late? Like, imagine they had this when the iron was hot, when classic was, you know, and again, if they tried to release that when the iron was hot, maybe we'd all be up in arms with pitchforks saying, no changes, Blizzard, stop ruining the game, we want the original experience. Good chance we would have been. But now I look at that and, you know, changes like that, like putting in the war games changes where they can queue 10v10, putting in that functionality, it's almost like a no changes change. The changes people are going to get upset about are the changes where if you see like a cosmetic mount running around in the game that looks out of place in the world, or if it looks like Blizzard's doing stuff to make a quick buck, or if they're messing with class balance, that'd probably be like the ultimate, you know, game over type of thing. If they mess with class balance and talents, people would just unsubscribe and go play private servers or whatever. Like, these are the changes. You know, even stuff like spell batching is more of a change, but adding in some spectator features and the ability to, you know, queue 10v10, I don't know if a lot of people would be that butthurt about that. So, you know, what do you guys think? Do you think it was a missed opportunity with the classic WoW esports? Do you find it boring to watch? I thought it was pretty entertaining. Yeah, let me see what you guys think. The classic Warsong Goals tourney is a shame. A bunch of teams lost players due to residency issues, but Yes Master cheated and decided to play even though he lives in an area that would DQ him? What does that even mean, bro? What do you mean an area that would DQ him? Did you hear about Wreckful? No. A couple people have said that already. What happened to Wreckful? Tips Out tournament was a lot better for me. Better visuals and more knowledgeable casters. I'll tell you what, say what you want about Tips, but if, you know, he had more endemic casters, it felt like, when he, like, in that tournament, and like more faces and names people were, I don't know, man. I fucking plead the fifth. Yeah, those tournaments were those tournaments were cool. Yeah, he does a good job with those tournaments. Yo, Cargo's good to see you, new man. Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, I'm not sure if there's gonna be a main. We'll see what happens. Just taking this day by day. He got engaged? Oh, man, that's cool. Good for him. Dude's an absolute baller, I bet, so it's probably easy to get engaged. Good for him. Is this Hunter your last goal before TBC? Probably, yeah. Not to be over dramatic, but this is probably the last character I'll level for real in Classic. Solo QBG more than we need the Warsong Gold starting? I'm with you, French. Yeah, solo queue would be sweet, right? What would the naysayers say to a solo queue? Alright, so another question. What do you guys think the current... You know, what do you guys think about Classic right now as it currently stands? Is it in a good spot? The community stable? Still a lot of players doing well? Is it doing well on Twitch? Still a lot of active communities? What you guys actually know way better than I do. I'm curious. Like, is the game popping off? Is it in great position? That's the cool thing about having a chat here, because all of your guys' input's better than just one dude. Because from my perspective, a part of me feels like, oh, the hype is so down, and you know, it's probably, you know, retail probably has way more players, but that could be totally off base because I haven't been playing that much. So of course my spirits are going to be a little bit lower, and I'm not going to have as accurate of a understanding about what everything is. Spell batching is still terrible. I put Classic last week and playing Vanilla Plus at the moment. What's Vanilla Plus? Is that a private server? Yeah, it's hard to get a sense though. Like, I mean, it's almost meaningless, but I want to ask it anyway. If the health of Classic WoW was on a scale of 1 to 10, it's almost useless of beta. But if the health of Classic WoW is on a scale of 1 to 10, all things considered, whatever that means to you, the most broad and useless way of thinking about this, what would you guys put it at? Based on just your own window of the game. I'm excited for AQ. Can't wait to see if it gets blown open in 45 minutes by Onslaught or something. Seven, 10. All right. Yeah, people are pretty.
How are you?
So, one thing that was cool is I was. Oh, I need the bolts in the journal. I was just perusing YouTube, and I was seeing lots of new content. You know, even July 2nd, 2020. I was seeing new content creators, you know, for Classic WoW, putting out guides still. It took me a little bit aback, and it, you know, made me think, all right, yo, and there's still people that really care about this game, and they're going hard and making content and growing channels. And AQ is coming, my server is getting better, Horde to Alliance ratio. Sweet. 3 out of 10 until they take out layers. Layers fully ruin the PvP experience outside of BGs. So they still have layering on some servers? I know they were thinking about putting it back in, but that's only, they're only putting in the layers when there's too many people on a server, right? I mean, do you guys still think that there's more people playing Classic than Retail? With Shadowlands on the horizon? Take a stab at it. What would you say? Just shoot from the hip here. All this shit is not that useful, but you gotta start somewhere. If you had to guess the percentage of players playing, you know, Retail versus Classic right now, what would you guesstimate it to be? Let's see, because I do believe that there was a time, somewhat early in the game's launch, where there was way more people playing Classic than Retail. Definitely more people on Classic. Retail, 50-50, 70%, 55% Classic. Well, I'll tell you this. If it's even 40% or even 30% Classic, Blizzard gives Classic no love. They really don't. They just shill the hell out of Shadowlands and barely put any news, information, updates, anything out about Classic. You know, the Blizzard communications, the amount of communications they have is not, you know, proportionate to the amount of people playing. Feels like Classic is Blizzard's redheaded stepchild or whatever. Every time you go to the launcher, you know, it's all Shadowlands stuff. 60-40 Classic Retail. You think more people are playing Classic than Retail? Holy moly. Be honest, what kind of news is there for Classic? Well, I mean, that whole alright, I have to say that the whole Summer Bowl was legit. I mean, the fact that they got that going, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not really in the greatest position to talk on Classic right now. I'm not super knowledgeable and up to date with everything. But did they do a big, hype? Did they do a big amount of hype around it and hop on Twitch and say, like, these are our plans for Classic? We here at Blizzard Entertainment, we're excited about the future of Classic. We're not giving up on Classic. We have a rich and vibrant pipeline of content coming down the road. We have this Summer Bowl coming up. This is just the tip of the iceberg. We have more events coming up. Just want to remind you guys playing Classic right now that the game is in good hands. We still care about it a lot. We want to grow it. This is still one of the hottest Blizzard stocks right now. Game is amazing. Best game of all time. I've always been waiting for Blizzard to just hop on and say some shit like that. No matter how many players retail has, it still feels dead. Interesting, man. Interesting. I wonder how WoW is doing overall in terms of all games. It's such a luxury having the chat here with all the different feedback you get. It's like having a Google 2.0 or something. You just ask the chat. You ask hundreds of people. You think WoW is in the top 5 games of all, played overall out of all games right now? Probably not, right? What about top 10? I bet you the top games played, though, are going to be some mobile shit. Do you guys watch these mobile game super cringe commercials that they play on YouTube? I have ad block on my desktop, browser, but, I'll be watching on my iPad most of the time. Those commercials, they cannot possibly be converting into active players. Cringe is like an understatement type of word for them, and it's not even the Raid Shadow Legends ones, because they actually do a half decent job comparatively. It's some of these other ones, man, where they have some fake scripted influencer saying, or they have some, they have some e-girl talking for a few seconds. It's clear they don't even play the game or whatever. I don't know. That's a side point, but let's see. Top 10 games. You think it's in there? Number 1 in its category, though, there's no better MMO. Is Raid Shadow Legends an MMO? I don't even know what Raid Shadow Legends is. So, yeah, let's take all the mobile games out of the equation. Let's talk about PC games. Do you think WoW is top 10? Take out PUBG Mobile, take out all that. Let me look at Twitch right now. Twitch sorts by just top games streamed, right? Let me see. I mean, WoW's at the top of the list for me, but I think that's... Alright, so Fortnite? Fortnite number 1, that would make sense. No, Call of Duty. No, I don't know how to do this. So someone better at Twitch do this. Help me out here. It looks like actually the number 1 game is Hyperscape. 500,000 viewers. Holy moly. Second is League of Legends. COD. Did you get this dude's journal? No. Oh yeah. The whole design history of Shadowlands is a big block of shame for Blizzard having to concede to the community again and again. Bro, when you talk to the retail community, I mean, there's still some elite players and some gamers who love, mythic raiding and arena and all this, but most of them, I feel like they're more interested in getting a bust size slider or some sort of weird cosmetic earlobe enhancement or something than the actual gameplay. Dude, what the fuck? I can't believe this shit with Wreckful. Look what happened with Wreckful. Let me see. Wreckful. What? No fucking way, dude. No fucking way. You're kidding me. No way. That can't be true. No way, dude. Holy shit, that actually looks kind of true right now. Bro, Rekful's dead, bro? No way. Dude, I hope that's fake. I was never a huge fan of his content, but he's the type of dude that you see him in your feed throughout the years for forever. Like, he's just been around forever. He's been arena god at one point, and you just see him. His life is so documented. His life is so tracked. I saw him talking with a therapist or something on stream a few months ago. Yo, you never know with all like the crazy fake news and stuff, man. You never know. I hope it's not true. Bro, that is... That's gonna fucking me up right now. Someone so successful, dude. Look, 925,000 followers. Probably, you know, multi-millionaire, living the dream. I just hope it's not true, man. Where does it say he died? It's all over Twitter right now. There's like hundreds of posts, it looks like. I don't know, people are going crazy like on Twitter. Thing is, I'm like a Twitter noob. I don't know if these things... I mean, it is all over Twitter right now. According to his ex-girlfriend, Byron, Rekful Bernstein has passed away. Fuck, dude. Just go to Twitter, man. Type it in. People are going insane over there. It's true, confirmed by roommate and Slasher tweeted it too. I mean, love him or hate him, he was, I mean, yeah, he was definitely part of the community, for sure, dude, for sure. I mean, like I said, he's the type of dude that his whole life felt very documented. He was one of the first Twitch people, it felt like, you see him, I'm never really, like, the type of dude, I don't follow the Twitch personalities that well, but there was no way around it. Like, you were going to get exposed directly. You see his videos, you see people, his reactions and stuff like that. I really hope it's not true, man. But if it is true, rest in peace, dude. Rest in peace. Andy Milanakis confirmed it on Twitter. 2020, man. What a fucking year. Yeah, I think it just happened. 6 minutes ago, 1 minute ago, 25 minutes ago. I think it literally just happened. It is always important to always be kind to others. You never know what someone else is going through. 100%. My dad told me something I'll never forget. He was saying when you get really mad or you get really upset or someone or whatever, or even if you think someone has the best life ever and you don't, or if someone is living the good life, happiness kind of scales. It's kind of relative to your situation. So everybody is fighting their own great battles. Everyone. Anybody who looks like they have their shit too figured out, like they're too confident, too invincible, they're just hiding it. He was a role model to me, and I spent countless hours watching him during his darkest times. When was his era when he was an arena god? Was that Wrath? I don't think it was TPC. I feel like it was Wrath when he was playing his rogue, and he was an absolute monster. I remember doing twos with my friend Andrew. He's a captain now in the army. He looked up to Reckful so much. He was like, that's fucking insane, dude. Again, it's still early. I don't know if it's 100% true or not, but what a year. Insane. Just goes to show, though. I mean, dude, if you look at Reckful, right? Just look at him. He always looked kind of cheerful on stream. Yeah, like, you know, just an easygoing personality. And by many people's standards, that dude is living the dream, right? To a lot of people's standards. I mean, he probably makes a very good living. You know, has all this E-fame and, you know, has a storied, legendary, you know, history with World of Warcraft, was a bit, you know, elite gamer for a while, you know, has probably lots of friends, social life, appearing in all these different shows and stuff, like huge internet personality. Yet you can still be, you know, not in a good spot. It's insane. That's insane. Well, now I'm totally bummed. Me too, dude. What's up, Malafi? Major F though used to watch his vids back in the day too. Yeah, I think we all did. To some capacity, like I said, he's a dude that, you know, you're gonna see on the internet. Rest in peace. Gotta find your own happiness. It's all about making you happy with your life. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but
what's on
past
your
year or
mind?
two, been definitely for the
Keep your
first
feet
time
on the ground.
feeling the age a little bit. My dad told me the other day too. He was kind of very feels bad. He was like saying, I feel like there's not that much tread left on the tire. You know, our parents are getting up there too, guys.
What can I do for you?
What are you, you're maining Grobbulus? I'm not sure, man. We're just going with the flow. See what happens. Leveling a hunter. Yo, what's up, I get? How you doing? I'm doing alright, man. I'm doing alright. Things are good. Yo, bro, good to see you back. How come Dwarf instead of Night Elf Hunter? We were talking about that before the stream started. I could talk about it at length, but I like the way Dwarf looks in Classic a lot. I think they look sweet with armor. I like the zones, how they look, how they... I like Dwarf a lot. It's an acquired taste. I used to not like the way they looked at all. Since it's in the atmosphere now, how are you yourself, Cargos? Hope you're feeling alright. I love watching your content. My buddy introduced me to you. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I couldn't be happier, like, you know, in the married life. Like, 100% honesty to you. Like, married life is dope, you know. For me, I never thought I'd be this much of a normie, though. I'll tell you that. That's just a full transparency. You know, when you're a little kid, you think you're gonna live some super unique, flavorful, eccentric life and go out there and be a mover and shaker and, like, fucking go out to the galaxy and stuff. I look at my life at a top-down perspective, and I'm kind of just a fucking blue pill normie. Dwarf's passive treasure finding, it's so good while leveling, too. Yeah. It is. Especially in hardcore. You know, we're not doing hardcore right now, so it's not going to be as impactful, but I think in hardcore, it's possibly, like, one of the best racials. But yeah, you know, I'm married in my 20s, going to have kids, like, pretty soon. Have a house, like... I'm on the standard trajectory right now. Par for the course. I'm doing real good. About to go on a vacation tomorrow. Have you not streamed in a while? I've been streaming very inconsistently. Haven't streamed in a while, yeah. But we're attempting to get back into it. We all realize eventually that we are just humans. Just regular humans. Yup. Yup.
Pleased to meet you. Hey! Off and away.
What's on your mind?
I'm just glad though, guys, that all of us were around as humans to experience the best thing that has ever happened to humanity. And it's not classic WoW. Take a guess what, you know, my opinion, or what's your opinion on the best thing that has ever happened to humanity? Ever. Like, the biggest game changer that has ever happened to the Homo sapien genus and phylum. And it's cool that we got to live through it. We got to live through some crazy shit already. Cure for cancer, fire and beer. No. They had that before our time. Yeah, Michael knows what it is. It's got to be the internet, man. It's got to be the internet. The internet has already probably prevented multiple world wars. It's prevented so many, you know, probably murders and all types of shit. Like, the internet... Before the internet, no one could stay alive long enough to actually have a worthy thought, you know? Like, with... now we have the internet, and it's just such a game changer, man. Microwaves?
What can I do for you? See you
Microwaves
soon.
were around before us. It's got to be the internet, right? Internet, the biggest game changer. Ultimate accountability, too. Like, communicate. People just communicate too rapidly now. It's hard to get away with shit. You can't get away with shit like you used to get away with shit. What do I mean by that? I mean, conspiracies or, you know, espionage, all that type of stuff. You know, you kill someone, no one ever finds out. You know, like, you can't get away with stuff like you once did with the internet and social media age and all that. It's insane. Biggest game changer. The internet and WoW. Yeah. Was fire, dude? Yeah, we didn't live through that, though. I mean, that was our
What can I get for you today?
ancestors. What is the worst thing that's happened to us in our lifetime? What was the most counterproductive or whatever
Safe
thing?
travels.
Maybe TikTok. No, I'm trolling. COVID? Ooh, that's actually a decent guess. Warlords of Draenor. The internet too. Ooh, that's big brain. You got me thinking. OnlyFans? What is that? Is some fan service? I keep hearing about that just in the periphery. Smartphones, huh? Damn, this just got deep.
No. Keep your feet on the ground.
Thank you.
Greetings. Alrighty then.
Situation down at Fort Hood? I'm not exactly sure. I'm not tracking the situation down there. Let me see. I know they're thinking of renaming all the bases and stuff. Oh, the Vanessa thing. I heard about that. Yeah, that private disappeared, right? And they found some dude connected with it. Rest in peace. Social media and new mainstream media about to cause the boogaloo. Social media, interesting. That's going through my mind right now. Social media definitely has some issues with it. At the same time, though, and I barely go on Facebook or anything, but social media is really powerful in the sense that you can stay connected, you know, with your friends of like 10 years. Like, you have people in your Facebook right now, probably based on our age right now, because for me, when did Facebook come out for you guys? For me, it came out in middle school. I think I was in 8th grade or something. I still have middle school people on the Facebook, and you're still very loosely connected to them, and you could hit them up if you wanted to. Now, I think social media becomes an issue for people when they start getting jelly, honestly. Like, they'll just go to the feed and look at everyone else's life and think, wow, their life looks so much. I've never had that problem, though, let me tell you. I have very strange defense mechanisms. Everybody has defense mechanisms to get through life, right? My defense mechanism is I'm able to just basically tunnel vision on my own life super hard and give zero fucks about anything. You know, and just, yeah, it's a blessing and a curse. Taking a break from hardcore mode. Well, I kind of want to actually level this guy to 60. And I could do it hardcore, but if I'm talking to chat the whole time, not likely. Have you done the Call of Fire quest for shamans? Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if the Tauren one is. I don't think I've ever done the Tauren one before, but I did the orc troll one many times. Wow, what's up? It's a cool quest, right? Rip Wreckful, yeah, Rip Wreckful, man. Rest in peace. You want some starter gold on Grob? A part of me wants to say yes, but it's the carrot on a stick, man. The whole point of this is to kind of avoid that feeling. I appreciate it, though. I'm just gonna try and go au natural. Thank you there, brother. Did you hear Blizzard might bring back the corrupted blood glitch? That would be sweet. That would be sweet. I'm pretty sure everybody's on board for that, right? What's the downside, though? So corrupted blood, I mean, you would just end up dying a lot and losing world buffs, probably. So people might get salty about that, but it's worth it. I mean, that'd be super fun to live through again. You taming a bear first? I'll probably go boar into carrion bird. Let's see. It sounds terrible, my world buffs. Yeah. Want me to camp you on Grob? Say the word, mon frere. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. This may never even take off, boys. Like, I don't know how unplayable this is gonna be. You guys watch people like Payo and some of the bigger streamers that level on PvP servers? Did they just get absolutely massacred? I mean, is it a non-starter? Like, they can't even play the game? I don't know. I've never been in that situation. I've always avoided it to the best of my ability and rushed up to 60 as fast as possible on Skyrim and lived in instances when it comes to alts. So we'll see what happens. We, might be level 19 forever. You got more alley on your side? Yeah. You accidentally deleted the torch? You probably just have to abandon the quest and go back. I would imagine, dude. But you know what you can do, actually? If you delete something by accident, it doesn't matter what it is, right, fellas? Here, back me up on this. I'm pretty sure this is how it works. You can log into Battle.net, and they have a little area where you can restore deleted items. like anything that you deleted, and you can only do it a couple times, but you might be able to do that, and then it'll instantly appear in your mailbox again. But it may be faster if you just go abandon the quest and go pick it up. Just do some off stream, yeah, for sure. You know, one thing, I know it seems silly, but one thing that I wanted to do, because I just think it would look cool, is get an armored boar pet and level up with that, because boars are sweet while leveling up. And you know the armored ones from Razorfen? I think that would be fun. That would make me feel more attached to this character too. Get the sick black armored boar. I haven't watched for some time now. Still hardcore? What's the highest level you reached? I haven't been streaming much, my man. Highest level in hardcore is 30 something. But good to see you back in your end. You got more ally on your side. Yep. Oh, what is the ratio, Poop? I've made here since day one. Grob best server. That's what I keep saying. I mean, that's what I keep hearing. Grob mob. People have a lot of pride on this server. Favorite way to grind gold. Favorite way, huh? Favorite way to grind gold. Possibly Devilsaur. It's honestly the most fun because there's PvP and you're making gold. That was some of the most fun. So on Skyrim at least, I linked up with Kel'Thas. He was running the Devilsaurs. He was competing against Onslaught and whatever Alliance guild. But there was a period of time where those guilds were running it like crazy on Skyrim, and they had it on lock, and you could steal a few skins here and there. But they stopped for some reason. I think they maxed out their skins they needed or something. So there was a couple-week period where he was running the crater, and we were just out there protecting him, like 2 people, and we were just getting into awesome fights and getting tons of skins, and then we would just split it 3 ways. That's probably the most fun. You have these epic battles where you're getting super triggered, someone kills you, and you have you're tracking all the Devilsaur spawns. Favorite way to make gold at low level? Not sure actually. Caligula 11, subscribe to tier 1. Oh, dude, thank you so much, Caligula. Good to see you, man. What's good? Not much, bro. Just making another character, per usual. Per usual. What am I doing with my life? Let's see. Kyranos. Alright, yeah, we gotta kill lots of boars and bears and get all their meats ahead of time, so just going. How does general world chat work on RP servers? Pretty sure it just works exactly the same. A lot of the RP on Bloodsail, it happens behind closed doors. It's not often general world chat. You don't see people speaking in old English and stuff. I don't know if it's the same thing on Grob, if it's more open, but it's always on Bloodsail. What's your druid been up to? Just sitting there rotting, my man. He's got a lot of rested though. Hey Guitar, what's up, dude? Will this be your first 60 hunter on Real Classic? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. What add-ons do you use for frames and bars? I have all the add-ons I use in a video on my channel. It's called How to Set Up a UI. It goes over everything I use, but it's basically Dominoes. Dominoes, and then this is A bar. Or no, it's weapon swing timer for all the attack swing timer and auto shot timer. I forgot about the Moonkin tank. That's good content, man. Yeah, that was fun. We tanked everything, including ZF. We tanked ZF on that. That was the last thing I did on him. So for those of you who weren't watching the channel back then, we leveled a druid, and we wanted to tank all the dungeons in Moonkin form because you get the same plus armor as bear, and there's some niche advantages of doing it. The whole Barkskin Hurricane, at least at low levels, was not nearly as impactful as I thought it was going to be, but you could serviceably tank as a Moonkin, for those of you guys watching. It was fun, man. Rip Rogue? Nah, the Rogue is still kicking. Still kicking. Are you going for Scarab Lord? Nah. Nah, man. Or try Empty World first? Nah, but Onslaught might get it. I have some friends in Onslaught. Hey, see you later, War. Did you see the 40 druids go to MC? No, what did they do? They cleared it all out by themselves? What were they spec'd as? $60 Moonkin does look pretty fun though, guys. I've watched like Wooey, if you know Wooey, I've seen a lot of his videos and stuff. That's something I think I might be able to sink my teeth into. It looks pretty fun. Hey, what's up, Adam? Thanks for the nice comment, man. Lots of Moonkins? That's cool. Allegedly, Wreckful passed away, yeah. Rest in peace. Holy shit, Asmongold has 80.5k, 80,500 viewers. Is he the #1 streamer on everything? That's like ninja level or some shit, isn't it? That guy, that's insane, man. That is insane. That's probably more than every other WoW streamer combined. I missed the hardcore leveling events. Yeah, we'll get around to one. What's a good way to make gold when you're level 30s? Let's think here. 30s, you can do cooking related stuff. You can kill animals like turtles and cook their stuff up into cook their meats up, and then that stuff sells for a good amount. What else in the 30s? I used to know some really good shit in the 30s actually. Oh, flame sacks. Oh, someone asked that before. That's got to be it. I don't know if the markets have changed or whatever, but the best way to make gold early levels is to kill whelps and sell the small flame sacks. I don't think there's anything better in the early levels than that. They sell for like a gold each or a gold 50 each or something like that. What do you think about Asmongold as a player and a content creator? I really admire his consistency. He's very, very consistent. Clearly has a very likable personality and all that. My one gripe with him was that I mean, it's whatever. I think he sometimes speaks before he thinks. Like when it comes, everybody does though. Like sometimes he'll just take the chat. Like the chat will be freaking out, saying one thing, and he'll just believe it 100% instead of kind of verifying it. All right. Forgot how much meat we need. Boar meat, crag boar. I know we need these. We need like 4 of these or 6 of these. Boar meat too. I don't think anybody knows how Wreckful died. I feel like it's probably speculation. Some people are saying it's suicide or whatever. It's too early to say, but it's possible that it was suicide. Fishing is way better gold farm, trust me. That's one of the things I know very little about in WoW. I gotta say though, the fishing quest where they make you catch all the rare fish? I don't think I've ever done it myself. But they make you go to different regions and catch rare fish. That shocks me that that's in Classic. That is so cool. That they included these type of quests that you would see. Those are the type of quests you would see in later iterations of WoW, and they even had that stuff in Classic. Oh shit.
How are you?
They really fleshed out that minigame, even in Classic, man. Just started watching your leveling stuff on YouTube, man. Awesome content. Thank you so much, man. LVUI, it's a good add-on to use. I went through my LVUI phase, where it's all dark and sleek and minimalist. After a while, though, I kind of wanted to gravitate more towards the old school look, you know, because the LVUI stylizes things too much. I kind of feel like this UI right here, maybe it's not the best, but it has remnants of the original style. All right, he was a really cool dude. Yeah, I didn't follow him too much, but I've watched his stuff over the years, on and off. It's sad to see, man.
Great to meet you. Safe travels.
I just think it's crazy where it's some people, you would look at them and you'd be like, man, this guy has everything figured out. He has probably so much money and so much success and a lot of friend groups and support circles and all this.
Well met.
Bam.
Great to meet you.
Hey Cargos, I'm leveling a warlock now, level 43. I have full shadow weave set. Is it worth outside of dungeons too? You'll eventually change it, yeah, but that is badass, dude. That sounds like a really good time. Being level 43 with the full shadow weave set that you crafted yourself, you're playing the game right, my friend. Sounds mad
What's
fun.
on your mind? Watch your back. Now, see you soon. Great to meet you.
Alright, we are 6.
Be good.
Let's see what we're gonna do here.
What's on your mind?
Could learn first aid.
What's on your mind? Off with you.
Nah, let's just chill for now. I'll save the money. I don't know what I'm gonna need the money for yet. We need 1 Rhapsody Mole and a few Cragboar ribs. Buy the Rhapsody Mole real quick.
How are you? Safe travel.
At end level, is Arcane and Frost a good combo for mages? Arcane and Frost, yeah, I think so, man. Isn't that the? I mean, all the viable specs, don't they splash into other trees a little bit, splash into Arcane a little bit? I'd have to refresh myself and go look at the mage trees, but you know, you have extra points after you go deep in the tree. It wouldn't surprise me if you splash into Arcane. I missed the SL NF cargos and duels back in Phase 1, knowing it's impossible to beat a Warlock. The good old days truly are minus. That was fun, dude. I had so much gear back then, too. And, that spec was awesome, man. If you guys remember, in the early days of Classic, that was how I was making gold. I was dueling people, and I was saying, if you win the duel, I'll give you 100 gold. But if I win the duel, you give me 10 gold. I shit you not. Scouts Honor. Thick was there. You saw it. People were actually signing up and getting rolled, bro. I was SL Warlock early with, 5-piece tier 1, rocket helm, all that. I probably made maybe 1,000 gold off that. No lie. The good old days. Never lost, though. And when I started doing it, I had very little gold. I was kind of broke. Is TBC coming out? Most likely. Yeah, man, you were whooping butt with the lock. That was sick to watch. Yeah, that was fun, man. Holy shit, this bear is slapping right now. Am I good? I think I'm good. Gotta be careful out here. Oh, no! Oh, God. The hardcore trauma is affecting me right now. I thought I was going to have to delete my character, but I don't have to. This is not hardcore. I seriously, I think I have trauma from the hardcore. Aggroing a snow leopard and thinking this is it. I'm going to have to, delete the character. Even if we die, we're safe. I did hardcore yesterday on stream. Eddie Toth. Hey Falco, what's up, man? This guy's not hardcore though. Yes, Cargos. More WoW Classic live stream on YouTube. Very good content. Would like to see you on Scarum Alliance side. That would be kind of cool. I was thinking about that too, but it's just so oppressive. It's like 90-10 or something, the Horde balance. And you can't have, you know, Horde and Alliance on the same account on the same server. I only have one account now. Like my other mage and stuff, that account is dead right now. TBC Classic fresh servers or not? The way I would like to see it would be, and what I think might happen, is they're going to turn these Classic servers into TBC servers. Because I think 90% of people want to continue their characters. But what I also hope happens is that they release new Classic servers as well. And maybe 2 types of Classic servers. So if you wanted to continue to play Classic... Nah, just Fresh Classic. That's it. Fresh Classic. That's it.
WTF 2 days in a row. You love to see it.
Hey, Chorver, thank you so much for the $10, man. You love to see it. I was thinking maybe for a second that they would do 2 things. They would make 2 types of Classic servers. So if you wanted to just continue playing Classic on your character, you could clone your character over to one of the established Classic servers, so you could just continue that character and immortalize it in stone, you know, on that server. But then they would also have Classic Fresh servers, but that might be too complicated for Blizzard to pull off. What's your favorite flavor of La Croix water? It's probably the grapefruit. What class would you recommend for first time playing Classic? Probably Major Priest. Any tips for a laptop to play WoW? Laptops are pretty beast, but I mean, obviously make sure you're using a mouse. Don't use the trackpad. Who here? Admit it. Use the trackpad on a mouse full time at one point in their WoW career. I know I did. You know, it sucks though. I remember attempting to do 2s on one of my characters, my friend Max, back in the day with a trackpad. But yeah, make sure you know. Tips playing WoW on a laptop. What else? Good airflow. Make sure your laptop doesn't overheat. Put it up on one of those stands. That's huge, right? I really think that affects the lifespan of the laptop immensely. If it's too hot for too long, you're on like a 2-year clock with that laptop. Prop it up. Get one of those fans for like $20 on Amazon that blows air underneath it, so it keeps it super cool. Yo, Cap City, what's up, Battle? How's it going, my man? Really good to see you, brother. Mac user, trackpad the whole time, it's not bad. What a beast, admit it. Fresh TBC servers would be better, would also be a different experience from TBC back in the day. Yo, a part of me wants TBC fresh, but imagine this. You really have to imagine, because who here plans on fully clearing Nax? I feel like a lot of people want to do that. You know, that's like their guiding light when it comes to Classic. That's just one thing they never did, and they want to do it this time for Classic. I feel like a lot of people. So right now it seems amazing, TBC fresh. But once you clear out Nax and you check off that box and your childhood dream becomes true, and you're fully Nax geared out and you have that experience, are you gonna still want the fresh after you're sitting there in your Nax gear, having Kel'Thuzad on farm with your guild? I feel like the people who get there are just gonna continue their characters, even myself included. Even all the tantalizing feelings that fresh provides will probably not be enough. How long until TBC comes out? Do you think it's time to level a new 60 because I want to swap, man? Yeah, for sure. If I had to guess, gun to my head, when TBC comes out, probably next fall. Can't even work on a laptop without a mouse. I don't see myself ever playing WoW without keyboard, mouse, and a good monitor. I'd be okay with both fresh and rollover. I feel ya. Yo, you know one thing that's kind of surprising to me though, guys, is there's the private server scene is kind of making a comeback. Interestingly enough, there's a new vanilla fresh that came out. There's Endless, which is TBC. You know, we were speculating before Classic came out that, you know, once Classic comes out, private servers are just done. It almost feels like there's a little bit of a resurgence of them. Yeah, because only starter new server, most fun you can get from the game. Definitely truth in that. The original rush to 60 and pre-bis grind as you're doing dungeons. Probably the majority of people, I would imagine, find that the most fun chapter of the game. I play retail now. I'm a Volpera Fluffykins. They do pretty good CPS. Nice, nice. That's thick. You would play a Volpera. And they still can't get over this wreckful shit, boys. You hate to see it. Let me check Twitter again. Holy shit, one of his last tweets was, I feel bad for anyone who has to deal with my insanity. Please just know in these situations the insane person does not feel in control of their actions. Wow, dude. Wow, dude. Last tweet. The last tweet from Wreckful was, please just know in these situations the insane person does not feel in control of their actions. What the fuck? Some heavy shit right there. Holy shit. Yeah, apparently Wreckful passed away, boys. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, man. What's up, Alexander? Which add-ons do you have a question about? I don't have any of the fancy pants commands or anything set up. He proposed to an ex-girlfriend shortly before he killed himself too. Well, I mean, it's not 100% confirmed he killed himself, but it sure looks like it. God, that's so sad, dude. A lot of people would happily trade lives with Wreckful from the outside looking in, you know. That is insane. What is the thing that shows the Raptor Strike Serpent still debuff? Oh, that's called Man, it's been a while. That is called Nug running. This one right here, NUG running. Spell timers. It's pretty turnkey. You download it, and you'll see it all pop up. Crazy thing too is like I remember watching him talk with a therapist on Twitch. It was one of the things I actually watched a good amount. He was talking to this guy, Healthy Gamer, some Harvard-educated therapist, and he was very transparent about the way he was feeling. Seemed totally kind of like confident, totally comfortable, feeling vulnerable with everybody and all that stuff. You know, that's insane. Going in front of thousands of people and talking about all your problems and stuff. He seemed fine. You never know. That's the thing. Outside looking in, there are plenty of examples of beloved millionaires committing suicide too. Who's that one food guy? The food guy. I don't know if he's a chef. I think he was a like a food reviewer. He had shows, like super successful, you know, extremely like respected, like very like sophisticated looking guy, like, you know, handsome looking guy, no homo. Like he. Oh yeah, Anthony Bourdain. Is that him? Yeah, look at this guy, dude. Silver fox, red carpet looking, you know, probably has $1 bazillion net worth. Rip, dude. Oh yeah, the Lincoln Park singer too. Yeah, that's true. Man, what a morning. What do I need? Still need these damn boar ribs? Still need 3 more? Alright. Kill some more boars. Hey, what's up, Kels? Yeah, this is just regular leveling. Just chilling out, shooting the shit. But I do plan on seeing how far I can go with this guy. And get him... I think I'll feel more attached to him and more into it when I get through these starting zones. I've just done them 1,000,000 times. Once we get to Lochmadon, it's gonna be real. So no delete if we die. Hey, what's up? None of your business. What server? This is Grobbulus. It's an RPPVP server with a very healthy population. So once we get up into those contested zones, I'm scared for my safety, man. Let's take some guesses. How many seconds will I survive in a contested zone before I am immediately deleted by an undead rogue? I'm gonna guess like 30 seconds. Will you carry this hunter into TVC? It's possible. It is possible. Taking it slow. See what happens here. 14 seconds. When do you think you'll hit 60 on this tune? I have no clue, brother. No clue. Just taking it slow. Susano from Grob Horde here. We'll take care of you, man. I know you will. He's gonna be hunting me. Your guides were very helpful for my guild in Brazil. Respect, man. Appreciate it, brother. From Brazil, huh? That's cool, man. Do Brazilians, what server do the Brazilian pop play on? That's one thing I miss out here in California. I don't know where to get Brazilian food out here. When I lived in New York, I had a, dude, I had the best little Brazilian bakery. But it wasn't even just a bakery. I had this place. It was right on the corner. And they had breakfast in the morning. They had the little coxinhas and the pão de queijo and all that. They had like amazing buffet-style Brazilian food for lunch. They even had the slices of meat, you know, in the nighttime, and it was like Fogo de Chão level quality, but it was so much cheaper. I haven't had good Brazilian food in feels like years. Brazilian food slaps. What was your best attempt on hardcore? I think it was 30 something. I had I think it was 35. I made it into Decimus. I know that, and then I ended up not paying attention and getting killed by some stuff roaming around in the middle. I tell you, I learned my lesson there. Decimus is no joke. Desolus. Desolus is no joke. I aggroed one of those elemental guys, plus some roaming pat. Why did you roll on a PvP server? I have no clue, man. It just kind of felt like the right move. Fresh start, new server, a server that has like a really healthy population that I have some friends playing on that I've always wanted to play with. I always wanted to play with North. I've never played with him. North, OG Jeff, I've never played with these guys. I've known him for years now. Those elementals and Desolus, yeah, man. Still need 2 more ribs. Dun Moreau's pretty cozy though, huh? Grobbulus is a tight server. We rolled here before they initially locked it. Oh, hold up. So you can roll a fresh here, but you can't transfer here? Is that what happened? Because, okay, so our guild on Scarum, you know, with Def Camp and Melderon and them, they wanted to transfer to Grob. But it was locked. So you can't I think how it works is you can't transfer, but you can make a new guy. Is late 2021 fair for TBC Classic? I think so. I originally was hoping it was going to be summer 2021. But with all the pandemic and everything going on, maybe fall is more realistic. Bro, how do I not have enough war meat still? 2 more. What professions do you think I should go, guys?
You got my attention. Very good.
Oh, engineering, I just realized. I haven't played on a PvP server in a minute. I've been playing so much on Bloodsail. And Scarum is effectively a PvE server. It's gotta be engineering, right? Oh, engineering is so fun, too. I gotta go engineering, boys. Dwarf Hunter with engineering, it's so cool. I hope we get some fun regular PvP too, and not just get ganked by 60 undead rogues. I hope we get to have some cool skirmishes with other random characters, you know? NG Herb, oh interesting. I mean, it's gotta be NG mining, right? If I'm alone on this new server. Just a wee little dwarf hunter with no money. NG mining just seems so flavorful and good. Have grenades, Rocket Helm going into the Veil. I've done it before where I've had Rocket Helm entering into STV solo. When I was leveling up my Warlock on Scarum, way back when. I think I was like the first person on the server to have Rocket Helm. I just rushed that shit. Because you need the Fire Bloom. And there's only one dude on the server on Horde side that could pick the Fire Bloom because he just raced up his herbalism. Oh shit, welcome to Grob, man. Most fun server NA. You play here, man? Damn, most fun server NA, you think? Alright, let's find some boars. There's one. You like the aesthetics of Giant Stalker or Dragon Stalker? Giant Stalker for sure. Coolest armor set in the game. Like the best you can look to me is Orc Hunter, full Giant Stalker with, you know, like a black boar or a you know, a raptor or something next to you. Black wolf. On your PvP mount. Rock the Lar hand. Dragon Stalker kind of look like a Fruit Loop. I don't think it looks bad, but... Hey Alex, what's up, dude? Hey Cargos, got the sad news about Wreckful. I did, man. That is really, really such a bummer. Such a posture check for everybody, you know? Like, enjoy life, man. Live life. Live in the moment. We're all pretty young and strong still. Dragon Stalker makes you a Power Ranger. What happened to him? Wreckful apparently passed away, brother. Didn't know the dude, but I think pretty much all of us have seen his content in one form or another over the years. Good to see you live. Cargo's about to grind my Undead Warrior to 50. Good luck, man. How are you leveling them? Arms? Fury? Going dual wield? There we go. 6 out of 6 Crag Boar ribs. All day stream? Nah, man. I'm actually wrapping up a little bit. I'm just streaming a little bit each day. Getting back into it. Maybe do a GMA tomorrow, though, guys.
What's on your mind?
Ping Def Camp and then Dune Day and see if they
What
want to
can
do
I
it.
do for you? Keep your feet on the ground.
Alright guys, I'm gonna take a little break now. I might be back later. I had a fun time today, just streaming with you guys, starting this new character, a new journey, new adventure. One last time. I'm gonna host my man Stino, and I'll catch up with you guys later, alright? Thanks for hanging out with me.